The Dodgers beat the Mets in Game 4, 10-2, and they are one win away from a National League pennant, and they are one win away from playing for baseball's World Championship. All around team win tonight. Incredible. You know, I've done the best that I can to this point not to get excited. But the way this team has been performing this series outside of game 2, how can you not be excited? How can you not? Offense put it together today. They've had 2 back-to-back great games offensively. Shohei Ohtani continues to be a pain in the ass at the plate. He walked 3 times, but he set the tone with a leadoff home run on the second pitch of the ball game to give the Dodgers a 1-0 lead. Who says he can't hit with nobody on base? He just did that today. But another all-around team performance. And now this team find themselves 1 win away from a trip to the World Series. Crazy. Again, everybody had a hand in this win. First, I'm going to start off with Yoshinobu Yamamoto. He did enough. He was a little shaky today. Pitched 4 1/3 of an inning, had 4 hits. He gave up 2 runs, a walk, but he had 8 strikeouts. His stuff was playing very good today again. He had that breaking ball working. He was able to blow by some people with some fastballs. He got a couple strikeouts on the splitter. Listen, I wanted Dave Roberts to let him finish that 5th inning, but I understand why they took him out. I understand. You don't want him going through 3rd time through the order after Lindor and Vientos. Vientos hit a home run and got a base hit off of him, and Lindor got a base hit off of him in his second at bat. So I understand why you don't want him to pitch around the 3rd time, but at that point, he was kind of cruising a little bit. He had a quick 4th inning. I would have liked to see him to get the last 2 outs just to preserve this bullpen just a little bit. Just a little bit. But Dave Roberts, they know what they're doing. It almost backfired there because Evan Phillips gave up. Evan Phillips came out and he got out of the 5th inning, but then in the 6th inning there was some traffic, made it interesting, but then he was able to get 2 big outs with the bases loaded, and then Blake Trinan got the final out to end that inning off of Jesse Winker, which I thought he hit that 450 feet. I thought he hit a grand slam, and the Mets were back in this game. But this bullpen continues to shut it down. Little shaky today. Evan Phillips, listen, I'm not going to blame him. He hadn't pitched since Friday of Game 5 of the division series. So he's been down. He's been sitting for almost a week. So again, I understand, but it was a smart decision by Dave Roberts for him to be the first reliever to come out of the bullpen. He's been sitting there for 6 days waiting for his opportunity. Didn't need him yesterday. Chose not to go to him in game 2. I think game 1 was not necessary because it was a big lead. So I understand why he was out there. But again, I would have liked to see Yamamoto finish that. But again, this bullpen gives me hope, and they've been nails the entire postseason. Max Muncy, give it up for him. He is now the top of the postseason in terms of consecutive plate appearances reaching base. It was 11, now it's 12. In a single postseason. He's tied with Reggie Jackson, but he did it in 2 separate postseasons. But Max Muncy is now the single leader as he's reached 12 straight times, and that's the single most in a postseason. I think, and again, the Dodgers have to get one more win, but I'm very anxious to see what they would do tomorrow or in these next couple of days if and when they do clinch this pennant. Who are they going to give NLCS MVP to? Because Tommy Edman had another another good game today. Um, they moved him up to the cleanup spot with no Freddie Freeman there today. Moved Teoscar up, and he was good today. Tommy Edman was 6 for 2, and he had 3 RBIs. Fantastic. Um, him and Muncy are literally battling it out for NLCS MVP. And again, if the Dodgers can pull off this series and win, I really wonder who they're going to give the MVP to. They could go to a co MVP like they did in the 2017 NLCS, where Justin Turner and Chris Taylor both won it, co MVPs. Maybe they would do that again this year if the Dodgers were to win in advance, but you never know. Um, again, Shohei Ohtani, 1 for 3, had 3 walks. He had 4 runs and he hit a home run. And Mookie Betts, silencing all the doubters and the haters. He's locked in right now. 4 for 6 with a home run double, 4 RBIs, and 3 runs, and he was a triple away from the cycle. He had 2 tries to do it, but he couldn't do it. Oh well, he got a base hit and he ground out to second base. Doesn't matter as long as you get the win. Um, the thing that has been so impressive about this Dodger game the last couple nights, especially today, the Mets had their chances to get in this game and win. They had their chances in the second inning yesterday against Walker Buehler, couldn't cash in. They had a couple chances against Yamamoto, couldn't cash in. They had a big opportunity in the sixth inning with Evan Phillips and then Blake Trinan, couldn't cash in. And that's the story of the game. And the thing that I like, after the Mets were threatening, what did the Dodgers do? They came up the next inning and they were able to get some runners on board and drive them in and set a doubt into that Mets fan base that, hey, we're going to pull away here. You had your chance and now we're going to make you pay. 10 runs on 12 hits, fantastic all around. Again, the bullpen continues to shut it down. Crazy. How many walks have the Dodgers had this series? Seriously. They've been a walking machine. And they did that today with Jose Quintana. The number one thing going into this game was that, hey, Quintana's it's gonna be a long night for him if he can't, those pitches that he throws out of the strike zone, if the batters are not gonna bite at it. And the Dodgers did not bite. They are the best statistic team in terms of taking pitches and not chasing. Dodgers are the best of that in baseball. And it was a bad matchup for the Mets tonight because Quintana likes to throw out of the strike zone. He likes to get a lot of swinging chases from other teams. But with the Dodgers, they're not going to do that. And they had a bunch of walks today, and they got his pitch count up, got him out of the game eventually, and then they were able to cash in on some RBI chances. So, again, this for the second straight night, all-around team win. You got a contribution out of everybody today. Everybody got a hit today. Even Chris Taylor, who beat out a single off of the third baseman, so good for him. And now the Dodgers are 1 win away from a trip to the World Series, which is insane. Still is. It doesn't. There was so many things. There was question marks with this pitching staff, bullpen, and the rotation. It's like, okay, well, where are you going to get starting pitching from, or where are you going to get bullpen from? The bullpen you knew was going to be okay. It was the starting pitching that was the main concern going to the postseason. But so far, they've answered the bell. They have. Who says the Dodgers have no starting pitching? Jack Flaherty shoved in game 1, and he gets the ball again tomorrow to try and close out the series. Yamamoto was okay today, but again, he had his great start against San Diego in game 5, and Walker Buehler was able to bounce back. And he was an inning in San Diego away from having 2 really good postseason starts. And their bullpen's been nails. So who says the Dodgers have no starting pitching? It's right in front of us. But and now they got to try and get into the game. I'm very interested to see how the Dodgers are going to play this tomorrow. And I already like what I'm seeing out of Dave Roberts and this Dodger staff. They want to punch the ticket tomorrow. They don't want to screw around here. They're not doing a bullpen game tomorrow. Now, part of it is because they probably it's not good on the bullpen arms to do that. But another part is that, hey, we want to end this series. There was this thing of if the Yankees and Dodgers were to both clinch their series, or whoever wins these two series, if the NLCS and the ALCS were able to finish before this Saturday, the 19th, that means the World Series would have started on the Tuesday, the 22nd, I believe. Yeah, Tuesday, the 22nd. Now, because the Guardians had a great comeback against the Yankees today in Game 3, their series is going to head into that Saturday. So now that means the World Series will start next Saturday. So next Saturday, the 26th. So if the Dodgers can finish the Mets off tomorrow and clinch the pennant, they're going to have 8 days off to prepare for whoever they get, whether it's the Yankees, whether it's the Guardians. Now, there's a good and a bad thing about that. The good thing is that you're getting a lot of these guys that are banged up, and you're getting all the bullpen arms a chance to rest, because obviously World Series is all hands on deck. The bad thing about it is that this offense is clicking right now. Mookie Betts has got it going. Muncy has a great eye. You're getting contributions everywhere. Tommy Edman has been great. Shohei Ohtani's getting it done. The bad thing about having a week off is that, you're not doing anything. And you hope that this lineup doesn't go cold. But again, I think if you're the Dodgers, you have to do everything you can to try and clinch this series tomorrow, because you can get a rare opportunity to get some of these guys off their feet and not do anything for the next couple of days and kind of reset mentally and physically. And I think that bodes well for this Dodger team, because they're going to, you've seen it all postseason long. They're going heavy on their bullpen, and they're getting just enough out of their starting pitchers to keep going. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. The Mets are going to throw out David Peterson. They're probably going to do a bullpen game. So we'll see. But if you're a Dodger fan, you really got to like your chances the next couple of nights to get at least one of these games. But I would like to see the Dodgers win tomorrow and end this series, not give the Mets any chance of winning, give them any hope if they win a Game 5. Got to end it tomorrow. Dodgers already did what they were supposed to do. They had to win 2 out of 3 over there. Get greedy. Get greedy now. Sweep this 3-game series at Citi Field, and let's get ready for the World Series next week. But again, we'll see. Doing my best not to get too excited here. It doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like this team is 1 win away from the World Series. It doesn't feel real for some reason. But again, job's not finished. You got to get one more game to punch your ticket to the World Series. Early game tomorrow. Dodgers start at 2 because of the travel day. No matter what happens tomorrow, the Dodgers are returning to Los Angeles. But are they returning as the National League champions, or are they getting ready for a Game 6 on Sunday? We'll find out tomorrow. Dodgers crushed the Mets 10-2, and they're now 1 win away from the World Series. Wow. Telling you, doesn't seem real. It really doesn't. See you after Game 5.